Hi guys, my name is Zin and welcome to episode 8. Today I'm going to attempt a root over rock for one of my ficus upstairs, and this will be my first one, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Okay, let's get started. Here we are upstairs. You might be wondering what's happening here. I'll be honest that I made another video before and I potted this up, but I think I did it wrong. I didn't tie the roots down, and I thought that was okay, but I think it's best that I either tie it down or do something with the roots instead of just leaving it there, and that's why I'm going to redo this and do it correctly. I'm not going to tie it down, but what I'm aiming to do is to wrap the base of the plant, maybe a bit of the rock as well, and form kind of a like a cylindrical shape where I could just put the soil in the middle and have it kind of wrapping around the rock, so that the roots, when the roots grow, it'll grow downwards, basically around the rock, because there's only so much space to work with. I don't want to tie the roots because I've read that there's a good chance of getting a lot of scars on the roots, and that might take a long time to heal, and I didn't want to do that. And I think just wrapping it with plastic, it makes the root grow more naturally in a way, instead of tying it down. Anyway, so that's why you see all this mess here. So yeah, let's so I'm going to start over and talk about the rock that I have and and then we're going to get started. So again, this is my first time trying this. And this is a mineral rock. There's some amethyst on top, crystals on top of the rock, as you can see all over. Right here, these are all crystals. There's a little pocket right here, and there's a little pocket right there, and nothing on the back. And this is just, it's not really it's not worth anything, because this is just a garden rock, basically. So the crystals are not that purple, only a little bit of purple over here, but not deep. And for amethyst, you want a deep purple, which is worth more money. This is just, I bought like a huge piece of rock at Jabroni, or Gymboree, so not Jabroni. And then I hit it with a rock hammer. I basically just broke into different pieces. And this was one of the pieces that came off. I did this because I have an interest in minerals as well, so I thought, why not combine bonsai with minerals? Something I like, and I'm sure the result will be, okay, if not different. So yeah, that's the rock, and I'm thinking of planting it like that, so the tree will be sitting around this area. So it'll drape down over the rock, and it'll cover up some of the crystals, but not all the crystals. So because I don't want the crystals on the rock to overpower the tree. The focus should still be the tree, but having the crystals should draw some attention as well. So that's my plan. Probably something like that. So you're looking at the front from here. The tree is going this way, the movement of the tree, so you kind of fit perfect with the rock, I think. That might work as well, because you get the line there, but I'm not an expert on how to placing these things, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. I'll decide later when I pick the front. So yeah, like a lot of the work already done to the roots. I potted up, and today I was reading some stuff and I just wasn't happy with the result with what I did, so I have to do it again. I just want to make sure I do it right, instead of just hurrying through and trying to make it work. So that's why we're here. And the pot I'm going to use is a basket. It's just a basket to wash things, the vegetables, berries, whatever. It's got a lot of holes. I actually used the same kind of basket to sift the soil. Yeah, you can get these pretty much anywhere. You could probably get it from a Chinese grocery store, it would be a lot cheaper. So yeah, I think this is a good pot because it's got lots of holes for drainage plus air flow. So yeah, I'm going to place it. Place a rock like that. And then a tree like that. Yeah, I feel like if I do this, while the tree flows towards the rock, it kind of leaves the other side empty. And if I do that, you got the rock on the left, my left, and the tree going to the right. But this branch is kind of coming towards me. I could prune it off. But yeah, I kind of like this. I'll put it like that. So the leader, the leader here is going to the right and also to the back. So it's not too much to the right. And so what I want to do is I'll put this here. I want to wrap this in plastic around this, like a, not a cone, but a cylinder shape, and then fill it with the soil in the hopes that it'll grow. So the roots wouldn't be able to grow out because it'll hit this plastic, so it'll have to grow down. But looking at it now, I think I need to wrap the plastic first around the rock and then go from there. So for the plastic, you can use, I think any plastic when I looked it up. I'm just going to use saran wrap. Just what you use for, to keep things fresh, vegetables and whatnot. And then I'm going to wrap it like that. You know what, I might have to double this up. Might not be long enough. Okay, so I know what I have to do now. I need a longer piece. And I still have to double it up so it's not too high. I still want the bottom to kind of be draining. I don't want to wrap the entire rock. I just want to make the shape around like that. So the bottom sort of drains from below the rock. So yeah, I think something like that. This will stay there. I have to tape it. That'll go on top. Yeah. And yeah, I have to get some tape. I got the tape now. So I think this is a good radius actually. I'm going to tape it like that. I'm just using Scotch tape. I would imagine better tape would be better as well, but this is all I got for now. I probably have tape somewhere else, but I think this will do for now. And if this comes loose, I can always get better tape and tape it up. So I have what I want. Now I'm going to place it here. Get a bit of soil underneath before I do. Okay, so the rock sits there pretty well. Now, tree. So I gotta make sure the roots are in the right positions when I go down. So I want the tree to sit around there, like that. Yep. I'm just gonna push the roots down. so that it already drapes over the rock. All it's got to do is grow down. Okay. So that's what I want right there. I'm going to fill this up with soil, and hopefully this thing holds. Yeah, the soil is wet, it doesn't come out as easy. I mean, I can see how this would be easier if you tie down your plant or your tree. Because if you do, you don't have to, kind of keep holding it. There we go, it's working. I'll get some soil on the outside, just so it has some support, so that the plastic isn't falling all over the place. So I think the less room that I have here on my right here, the better, because then that'll force the root to grow towards the rock. Now, as far as the mineral is concerned, I don't think it has any effect on the plant. Amethyst is just another form of quartz, and it's just a natural forming crystal. It doesn't do anything. It's not radioactive or anything like that. You can buy quartz anywhere. I'm sure you've seen the big rocks with there's like a cave or a concave of the shape, and then there's lots of dark purple crystals in it. That's what this is basically. Okay, so I think this is looking pretty good. Yeah, the tree is pretty steady, it's not moving. Just going to work it in a bit with a toothpick. But I think the soil is in pretty well right now. But just want to make sure that there's No air pockets. Okay, so got the tree there, the rock you can't see anymore. Oh, it's a little bit. Let's get more support on the back. I guess the soil on the side right now isn't that important. You can probably use something else if you run out of soil, but I like to keep it the soil, bonsai soil, because then it'll be easier when you take it out, you know, or else you have to kind of take one out and then take the other one out, or else it'll start mixing. So I think this is okay. So hopefully this roll over rock / mineral is going to work. I'm not sure how long it will take in total for the roots to wrap around and become bigger and, you know, solidify, but I think it's okay for me to check on this probably after a year or two. I could just kind of rake the roots, rake the top of the soil a bit and maybe take a look. Or maybe just rake this part out. I think should be enough. Okay, so the tree has enough support, so I'm not going to fill any more on this side. Actually, maybe I will. Yeah, okay. That looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so spray it down a little bit. Going to water. I'm just going to water in the plastic tub or whatever for now. There's no point in watering the outside because the outside is not, the roots even, it's not even there. And the soil is already kind of wet, so I don't need to water too much. Just going to make sure this area is wet. So I think that's okay. There we go, it's already coming out. So yeah, this is my first try. I hope it works. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. The only thing I think it wouldn't, the reason why it wouldn't work is because I didn't tie the roots. Maybe it'll grow, you know, weirdly and not kind of growing around the rock. But I saw this example online, so I think that this should be okay. Yeah, we'll find out in a year or two. You know, I'll open it up and check on the roots, and then, you know, probably have to repot it back in. And maybe at that time I might decide to wrap something around it if I need to, because by then the roots will be bigger, stronger, so it'll be easier to tie up, and it might not grow as much once it's bigger. So yeah, so that's my attempt at root over rock. I'm going to put this in the aquarium. I had to take a bunch of stuff out. I'm not sure if you can see. All the Ficus I took out because they actually take up the most amount of space. I took out Ficus as well, and then this will go under there. So I'm going to put this in right now. Okay. Let's take a look. So there it goes, sits right there. There's a lychee tree. Leaves are still not green, but you can see that it's turning green now. And the other ficus that I repotted are doing good. So yeah, that's going to conclude our episode. We'll have to continue to monitor this, and in a year or two, we'll find out if this worked or not. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. See you next time.